What's up, guys? My name is Solus Baby, and today I want to go over the Blast Furnace, the new pulse rifle that dropped out of the Izanami Forge. I love this weapon. I farmed for it for a while yesterday until I got a roll that I was at least satisfied with. Seems like these Forge weapons are really hard to get a god roll on, but I still kept trying. I'm going to go over what I feel about this weapon, how it compares to other weapons in its slot and in its archetype, and what I feel like the god roll should be on it. Now, everybody's going to have a different opinion on that. Mine's going to be weighted a little bit more heavily to Crucible, and then I'll tell you what I think the god roll would be for a PvE situation. So, let's jump right into it. The roll that I have on it right now has this Satow focus lens. I'm pretty happy with it. I wish it would have had a lower zoom lens, but what are you going to do, right? Nobody's ever going to get something perfect. I can pick between accurized rounds and the steady rounds. Right now I have steady rounds on it just because, as you can see, the range is pretty much all the way up there even without accurized, and with it, it's completely maxed. I think this gun needs a little bit more stability than anything else. Outlaw and kill clip. So one of the better rolls, I think, but not quite what I would consider a god roll for the Crucible at least. PvE, this is not bad at all. Once you're getting those precision kills and getting that kill clip, it's going to be slinging a lot of damage out there for a primary weapon. This is pretty good. So for PvP, let's just jump right into what I think would be the best roll on it. This gun is super similar to the right side of wrong. It's pretty much the exact same weapon, rounds per minute, impact, magazine, all that stuff. The only difference is that this one has a little bit of a higher base stability, it seems, right? Also, the sights on this one can be a little bit better than what's on the right side of wrong. What are you going to do? I mean, it's pretty much the same weapon. On the right side of wrong, a god roll was Zen Moment with Kill Clip or Rampage. You know, you could pick between the two, but with that, you could consistently pull off those two bursts as long as you were landing some of the bullets to the head. With this one, base stats, same as right side of wrong, you can two burst to the head without kill clip and rampage. With kill clip and rampage, you can two burst with some bullets hitting the body. So you get 36 damage per crit hit, making it so that you don't have to have all the bullets going directly into their head. I still think Zen Moment would be a good perk on this weapon. It is a little bit higher impact, so it has a little bit more chance to proc the better Zen Moments. So with higher impact weapons, the Zen Moment actually is more effective because it's based off how much damage you're dealing with those bullets. Lower impact weapons, like submachine guns and such, don't have as much to gain from Zen Moment as higher impact weapons do. So in the Crucible, I'd say Zen Moment and Kill Clip, Zen Moment and Rampage, something of that nature, with some stability on it. This gun right here, though, I have no problem pulling off two bursts with, so if you get a gun that's got a higher stability, maybe a stability masterwork, and maybe steady rounds like I've got here, that'll be just fine for you. Now, I've got a handling masterwork on mine. Meh. You know, I can't pick and choose. You know, I'm not going to farm this anymore. It's taken me way too many hours to do this one already. But this is probably what I would consider one of the god rolls. Now, for PvE, you're going to want range, obviously. Stability is not as big of an issue in PvE as it is in PvP. So on this particular roll that I have, I would select accurized rounds with Outlaw and Kill Clip. It's pretty good, pretty nasty. Ambitious Assassin is actually one that I recommend for pulse rifles, especially one with a 4-round burst. 40 rounds in the magazine only makes for 10 bursts. You can start firing this thing forever if you get that Ambitious Assassin rolling. So there's not a whole lot of bad rolls. Obviously, we all know that Air Assault and stuff like that probably not the best on a pulse rifle. Ambitious Assassin is probably what I would sub out for Outlaw in PvE content, but at the same time, I can't knock this one from being used in PvE either. Just switch over to that accurized rounds instead of the steady rounds, and you're good to go. As far as mods go on this thing, I'm kind of on the fence about what I would use. Targeting Adjuster is like an old standby. If you have Rampage, by all means, throw that Rampage mod on. Absolutely, but one that's got Kill Clip, it's a little bit different, right? So I'm not really sure, maybe a backup mag should be the one that you go with. Like, the reason I say that is because when you put backup mag on, it adds another 12 bullets, so another 3 bursts. If you're one of those people that likes the quick access sling, then that might be the better roll. Obviously, if you've Dragonfly, use the Dragonfly spec, so it's kind of speculative on what you should use on this thing. I think on the one that I have, if you get an Outlaw Kill Clip steady rounds, Backup mag is probably going to be your best bet, unless you want to rock something like Radar Tuner or Radar Enhancer, whatever you want to do there. But Sprint Grip and stuff like that don't really make sense on this one, so that's what I would do personally there. As far as the way this weapon feels, I think it's probably one of the better Pulse Rifles right now. But let's talk about its competition. It's in the kinetic slot, so it's got a whole lot of stuff to compete with. The Bygones, the Nightshade that we got, and you're also going to see a lot of people compare this to the Go Figure because that's the other 4-round burst Pulse Rifle that we have in the kinetic slot. In my opinion, it hands down 100% beats the Go Figure. And the reason I say that is because of the stability. 4-round burst Pulse Rifles need that stability, guys, or you're not going to be landing all 4 of those bullets where they need to go. The Go Figure's got a really strange recoil pattern. Now, if you're on PC, this is entirely mute to you. I know that using a mouse and keyboard, you have absolutely no recoil, but on console, extremely noticeable. So the Go Figure is automatically out. Now, its next competition is obviously going to be the Bygones. I'm not really going to compare this one too much to the Nightshade because that's an entirely different Pulse Rifle, 450 rounds per minute with a 3-round burst. It's got less impact. It's not really in the same archetype. This one has the same impact as Bygones, so that's what you're going to see this gun compared to, I think, the most because it's the favorite. It's not a 4-round burst like the Go Figure is, but everybody loves the Bygones, everybody uses it. So, same impact as the Bygones with an extra bullet per burst and a bigger magazine, better base stability, better base range. I'm hesitant to say that this is going to beat the Bygones all the times because I know people love their Bygones and they're always looking for somebody to knock for saying that this gun is going to take it away. I think for personal preference, people are still going to use their Bygones. 3-round bursts are a lot more familiar to people. 4-round bursts are kind of weird still, I think. They're not exactly something that we're entirely used to. I'm in love with 4-round burst Pulse Rifles. I love them. I think they're fantastic. But they're a little bit more difficult to handle. You got to be a little bit more conscientious that your bursts last a little longer than they do with a 3-round burst Pulse Rifle. This guy right here, though, as you can see with the stats, the extra bullet, the fact that you can 2-burst people in the Crucible with it without Zen Moment, or excuse me, Rampage or Kill Clip, I think this is the better weapon. If this thing overtook the Bygones, it would be huge, because that has been a staple in most people's inventory for a long time. But I think this gun can do it. It's fantastic. I absolutely love it. But all in all, good gun. Frees up your kinetic slot for something that you can use in the energy category, maybe a Retold Tale, or if you like sidearms, maybe The Last Dance, something like that. It's a perfect weapon for the Crucible, perfect weapon for the game. I see no reason that we shouldn't be using this overall on top of the Bygones. That's just how I feel about it. Guys, if you have any other opinions, leave me a comment underneath this video. I'd love to hear what you have to say about it. If this video has helped you learn some stuff about this Pulse Rifle, hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel for more Destiny content. With that, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.